What is going on, guys? Esoteric Rider here, and today what we're going to be doing is adding a little bit of modification to the Honda Fury, and what we're going to be doing is taking off the back half of the exhaust. These are the stock ones, and adding on these Cobra 3-inch slip-ons. We're going to be adding a little bit of noise to the bike because, don't get me wrong, although it gets the point across whenever you're riding, I just need a little more rumble and a little more noise. You might as well have it if you can get it, right? But anyway, let's jump right into the installation, and let's get some noise to this bike. Okay, so the first step is actually going to be removing the stock muffler, and to do that we first got to start off by removing the front muffler clamps and the rear muffler clamps. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the tools to do so, and then move on to the next step. Up next, we got to remove these bolts here. Do take note when you're removing these, you do have to have a 1/2-inch wrench holding the back, and I'm using a socket to take it off from the front because you have a bolt and washer holding it in from behind onto the actual mount. So let me get this other screw out, and we should be able to pull it out. Okay, now that both of those bottom screws are removed and the clamps are removed, the instructions say to pull rearward on these, and they should slide right off. So let's go ahead and do that. Bottom one came out with a little bit of a fight, but yeah, here are the stock mufflers. They're exactly what they said they are, and slip on and slip off. So this should be a rather easy install. Up first, we're going to do the front muffler body. We're going to take this and install the larger clamp onto the end here. So this will slide on onto the bottom one here, because that's the front. The front is the bottom, and the back is the top. So let's go ahead and unpackage this, and this already has the hardware included with it, with the clamp, so it should be rather easy. Okay, so sorry if you hear chains chinging in the background, that's just my dog. And this is how the exhaust shield is going, or the heat shield is going to look on the exhaust pipe. This is the rear one. Make sure that you got the right one. You could just identify it by the part number. I was trying to put on 2.2, which goes on the rear one when I'm working on the front muffler, and it wasn't fitting, but good thing I didn't mangle that one. But yeah, this is how it's going to look afterwards. To give a little diagram of how it actually goes on, so you shouldn't actually have to take the bolt all the way out like I did for this one. So what's going to end up happening is how you got this little lip here. This clamp is going to slide underneath. I don't know if I can get a good view. So it slides underneath like so, and then this clamp is going to go on the actual exhaust pipe itself. So it's going to take this and tighten around the actual pipe. So in case that was a little confusing to you, that's what that's going to do. So I'm going to get the rear pipe ready, and then we're going to actually put it on the bike. So I'll be right back to do so. Okay, so I did the exact same thing with the top one and made sure that the hex was in facing upwards, and now comes the alignment part. So I'm going to go down here. They say not to tighten this bolt, but put it in, but don't tighten it, because this, you can see it isn't necessarily aligned perfect, but with a little bit of adjustment and a little bit of wiggle room, we'll be able to adjust it to according. And then after that, we just have to put these two bolts that were included into the back here that attaches the top one to the bottom one, and then we'll be able to fire her up and see how she sounds. So let's get those installed. Okay, so the new pipes are installed. One note I do want to give is that it did take a few alignments down here to make sure that the rear pipe, or the top one, aligned up here to where it mounted to the bottom pipe. But just give it a little bit of wiggle room on the bottom, and these should be able to just grab the pipe and twist it where it needs to go. Of course, just make sure that you're not actually twisting the exhaust pipe itself that's going into the engine, and that should be okay. So now let's fire up the bike and see how it sounds. Well, there you have it, guys. The Cobra 3-inch slip-on exhaust pipes for the 2020 Honda Fury. It was an incredibly easy install and sounds awesome for the price. The link for these will be in the description down below if you want more information on these, and I'll also upload another video of how these sound on a regular ride. So until then, be safe and ride free. Peace out.